And in this time of like chaos and upheaval, where our understanding of time is upside down, we really hope that our time guide can really be a comfort and a way to think about time creatively and Jewishly. So enjoy. And we're going to start with our first artists and presenters.
Is it better for me to go like this?
Yes.
I'm seeing from the chat. Okay, I'll keep us upright instead of sideways.
Thank you.
Hi.
For our first presenters.
Hi, I'm Isabel Siegel. And I'm Noah Siegel. This is our piece, Spiral of Time. We made it of poster board, acrylic paint brushes, and tape. What we did was we took a blank poster board and we, with green tape, we made a spiral, and that took a while. And then the next day we came back and we took all the colors of the rainbow and we brought it outside to the courtyard and we just started splatter painting. Then we had to let it dry. Then eventually we took off the tape and it ended up looking like this. Yeah, and the way that our piece connects to time is because when we were doing our research about this topic, we came across this really inspiring quote, time is a spiral, and we really related to that, and we could really understand it in our own eyes, and I kind of like made this interesting connection by like time is a spiral, but so is the Torah. Because every time, say you have a birthday and you go somewhere, and then the next time you go somewhere different. It's like that with the Torah. Every time you go back to a different parsha, you can learn something new from it and take something away every time. And if you take a good look at ours, you will see that there are little, every little part of our piece is different, and there's some rips. And there's a lot of texture of it, and that kind of connects to what we're trying to show to you guys today. So if you want to take a closer look.
And as Nomi just said in the chat, to please put your questions and comments and compliments for all of the artists in the chat, and we'll get to a Q&A at the end. Next, we have Lionel.
This is one of my pieces, landscape. I made it out of paper, colored, and paper and pencil. This it is a landscape representing Earth as the element, and the trees in the picture, they are something I was interested in. And so in the spring and summer, and they're colored in the fall, they're on the tree. And then in the late fall and through winter, the trees are bare and no leaves.
Thank you, Lionel. We have another print from Lionel in a couple pieces, but first we're hearing from Eli.
This is my sundial, and I wanted to make a piece about time because when I did my research, all I could find was things about time. I didn't really find things about the four elements, but I found a way to put it in. So around it, it has earth, fire, water, and wind, or sky. And yeah.
Thank you, Eli. A reminder to put questions and comments in the chat. I see some coming in. Thank you. Next, we have Max Shabashav.
Okay, yeah, this is fire. Fire is one of the four elements. Fire, air, earth, and water. This relates to the elements in Jewish time, because this is fire. And the sun is made out of fire. And when the sun goes down, that's when sometimes holidays begin. Now we have and this project is made out of marker, paper, pencil. TML, $2. the moon looks, 2020, markers, paper, pencil. TML is related to time in elementary, right, Jewish time, because when 3 stars are up in the sky and the moon is out, sometimes holidays begin. Now we're on to this. The wave. Markers, paper, pencil. Water is one of the 4 elements. Fire, air, earth, and last but not least, water. The moon controls water, and Jewish calendar is almost a moon calendar.
Thank you, Max Shabashav. And Max is involved in this next project with Samantha and Lionel.
My name is Samantha Levin. This is Max Shabashov and this is Lionel. For this project, we made a sort of natural pool looking model. And here we have a rock with we have 2 rocks with a bunch of barnacles on it, and like this one has a little bit of seaweed. You can see it. We did that by the paint is actually like peeling off the rock. And these are just some other rocks that we put in to get that for the natural pool look. And yeah, this relates to the Jewish element of water. Next, we have a paper cloud that we made. It actually has tissue paper as the cloud. So we wanted to make this sort of like airy looking, and we actually colored the blue. I don't know if you can see it, but we colored the blue after sort of the sky. And this is connected to the Jewish element of air, which is an element in sky. Next we have Max, who will be introducing fire, and this is another element.
This is made of sticks, rocks, string, pipe cleaners, and tissue paper. This is fire. And fire is one of the elements. And fire is a big part of our lives because when the sun goes down, we fall asleep. And we shut our eyes until the morning. Yeah, this relates to Jewish time because, well, I just explained that. And this is the element of fire, which goes along with air to be sky. And this is Lionel.
This is the element, this is called the garden. It's representing the element of earth. So we wanted to, so in earth, one big way we tell time, and well, the harvests are a big part of the calendar. And so earth is the thing that makes the harvest, and we grow stuff. So recently we planted garlic, and yeah, this is the element of earth.
I want to add that I'm standing, this is an exhibit that surrounds us. So we stand here and are surrounded by earth, fire, water, and air. Thank you much, you 3.
Bye.
And Lionel, we have another one of your sketches right behind you.
So this is called the Earth Tree. I wanted to represent Earth again, and it is talking about the leaves, and yeah.
Nice. So we're gonna look at,
I'm just gonna butt in for a second. One of our artists is not with us right now, but I just want to shout out her beautiful work, and we'll have some sort of slideshow to share of all of Anafim's work in which you'll be able to see her work. But Talma made a wonderful drawing and painting and a little bit of a sculpture. So we just want to show.
We'll come and show that to you now.
And show, hopefully, you'll see it in our 2D picture exhibition. But this is Talma's work. We just wanted to highlight it because we think it's beautiful. Yeah.
So our next piece of work has been a collaborative effort. And so I'm going to ask Nomi to get that prepared, and we have a little bit of an introduction to give for the next film.
Hi, I'm Sadie Berman. This is Eva Lieberman. Our skit is called The Legend of the Moon, or also known as The Tale of the Moon and the Sun.
Yeah, it's related to Jewish time, and I'll explain how. So, the Jewish calendar is a solar and lunar calendar. It's not all it's based on the moon, but not all the moon. And this is about the moon, and kind of the sun, but mostly the moon. And the Jewish calendar is a solar and lunar calendar.
Also, we made it by using computers and some homemade props, and this is the skit. We hope you like it.
Nomi, we're ready for you.
Shalom and welcome. I'm Sadie Berman and this is Eva Niederman.
Hi.
Today we're going to be telling you the story of the sun and the moon. So enjoy. Let's get going.
Once upon a time, there's the sun and moon. The sun and moon argue like siblings, the kind who never stop arguing. I'm bigger than you. No, I'm bigger than you. My light is better. My light is better. They argued on and on until one day, the moon went to complain to the creator, also known as the divine.
Help me, I have a problem. How can two different rulers share a throne? We should be different.
Okay. That's your problem, not mine. If you really must need help, go to my assistant's office.
So the moon went to the divine's assistant.
Hello?
Come in. You make sense? Is something the matter? Sorry, I'm just not used to saying beings as awesome and popular as you. Other than the divine, of course. Anyhow, what do you need? I'll be happy to help.
I was wondering if you could help me on this one. What happens is this. We both want to have the throne, but we should be different and not share the throne. So don't even mention that idea.
Okay, I'll make you different. The next morning, the moon found herself much smaller than the sun. She stormed to Julia's office, aka the divine's assistant's office, and demanded that she be bigger. Sorry, no can do. You said you wanted to be different, so I made you different. But you're being so selfish. You should count yourselves lucky. But you are still more popular.
How? I am smaller than the sun.
The sun might be bigger than you, but the Jewish people will use you most. You basically the calendar. The moon agreed that this was fair and took Julia's advice to the head. And from then on, the moon didn't complain. But maybe you want to see the sun.
That end. Well, we hope you enjoyed the story. Now real fast, just a quick shout out to all the actors, Toma, Lionel, Samantha, Izzy, Eva, thank you all so much for participating. Thank you so much for Sarah, to Emily for filming, and thanks so much to Eli, and Samantha again, and Lionel again, for helping design this set, and just thank you so much for everybody for watching. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
So we have I'm in the classroom with our Anafim students and we have some time to do a Q&A with them. So send some questions to the screen. I'm gonna flip us around so that you can see them.
Oh my gosh, I want to.
Oh, good. Now you guys can see that you can come here. So Alana or Nomi, whoever's by the chat, do you have the capacity to ask the questions?
So the first question we have is to Izzy and Noah. Where did you hear the quote, "Time is a spiral"?
I couldn't find the text thing because I lost it, but we heard it in our research. Emily gave us a packet of resources we could use, and we looked through a story, and they gave us some quotes, and we decided to base our project off of one of those quotes that we thought was interesting. And that's how we got the name Time is a Spiral.
Thank you. Next question.
The next question is to Eli. Why did you choose these colors for the elements?
Why did I choose white, blue, gray, and red? Well, red was for fire, blue was for water, wind was for white, and gray was for rock, which was for earth.
Nice. Thank you, Eli.
Okay, and a quick shout out from Heather that it was so cool to hear about all the way that the elements appear in the Torah, and she loved hearing about the different materials. So thank you so much, Heather. The next question, I believe, goes to everybody. So Emily, you can choose who is it going to? How does the harvest or the earth relate to the Jewish calendar?
I think it should be the group of 4 because they talk.
Who wants to answer? Let's do Shira, then Lionel.
Well, the harvest. Wait, that's
Mhm.
the harvest kind of relates because there are actually three harvests in the Jewish calendar, and harvests also kind of relate to earth and nature.
Yeah, nice. And Lionel, keep going. How does harvest relate to the Jewish calendar?
For Sukkot that we had 2 months ago, there was a harvest holiday where we celebrate the harvest of fruits and grains. But and then that was a big time in Israel, and so was so a lot of people, that was an important time in the year.
And Anafim, does anyone know one harvest holiday is Sukkot? A second is Passover, and a third is starts with an S.
Sukkot.
Close. Shavuot. Nice.
Thank you.
We're proud.
Emily, that was awesome.
Thank you.
We have 2 more questions. Are you guys ready?
We are ready.
All right. The next question is directed to Talma, who I'm lucky enough to have right here. How are trees connected to Judaism?
trees tell time by the leaves, and because when the leaves are like orange, red, and yellow, they're fall, and then when there's snow on the tree and the tree has no leaves, it's winter, and then when it's summer, there are a lot of green leaves, and so time, and it's like it kind of like tells the time, and so yeah.
Thanks, Talma. Okay, one last question from Nitzanim, and I don't think it's directed to anyone. So once again, I'll leave that to you. Where does the idea of the 4 elements come from?
Eli, yeah, go for it. Eli, where does the idea of the 4 elements come from?
Well, it comes from the starting of the earth, where there was water created, the sky created, the land created, and the fire and the sun.
Nice. So all the way back, what is that story
and that
called?
also relates to time.
Yeah.
Creation story?
Say it.
Is it like the creation story here?
Oh, remember the word that you read? The name for that first story? Thank you.
Shayna, did you want to add something to that answer?
No, that's about what I was going to say.
Nicely done. Well, I'll move over here so you can see everyone, but we want to give you a huge Toda Rabah for coming to our exhibit on Jewish time. From Sarah and I, huge kudos to our class. This has been an amazing undertaking and learning. And
Anafim, can we get a Toda Rabah on the count of 3 for all of our guests for joining us today? On the count of 1, 2, 3.
Yay, kudos to you
And
guys.
I just want to thank the Anafim for doing such an amazing job. That I am so impressed by the depth of your learning and your beautiful creations. I loved how there was art and drama and sculpture and science. It was amazing. I'm blown away. A special thanks to your teachers, Emily and Sarah, for helping you with this expedition and learning. And thank you to all of our family and friends who joined us tonight. We recorded this in case anybody missed part of it. We will send it out. And I think there's also gonna be a slideshow of a close-up of all the exhibits so that you can look at them again more closely than just a few minutes on camera. So thank you all for joining us, and Laila Tov.
Kol hakavod.